Hello, everyone. This is Strategies and Solutions, LASOS, a project of the Westside Impact Project, which is part of IPS, the Institute for Public Strategies. I'm Cynthia Nickerson, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Donna Heydar. Welcome, Donna.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Sure. Westside Impact Project. Automatically, that lets people know we're talking about projects on the west side of LA. So tell our viewers exactly what the project's all about.
Sure. So the Westside Impact Project is an extension of the Institute for Public Strategies, and we are a nonprofit organization funded by the LA County, and we primarily work on alcohol and drug-related harms in the West Side, which includes Santa Monica and Venice. And our concentration is mostly, surrounding Westwood and UCLA. So a couple of just brief things, and we'll get into it some more. We work closely with UCLA and our partners on campus to promote try to mitigate alcohol and drug-related harms on campus and around the Westwood area.
Why is that so important, especially for a college campus?
Sure. As students are entering university, our primary concern is addressing alcohol and drug-related harms, especially the first few weeks you enter university. So we are primarily concerned with addressing the issues before, it gets worse. So essentially what we want to do is intervene those first few weeks that students are on campus to set them up for success, and also, gives current students other opportunities on campus as well to be engaged and things like that.
What kind of things do you do to intervene?
Yeah, so one of our most popular interventions is our Wellness Our Way nights, also known as WOW. The WOW nights first began at the beginning of the pandemic, and it was virtual to start with. And essentially it was to give students an opportunity to kind of, mental de-stressor and to hang out with their peers and do fun activities, such as, like a comedy show or trivia. And most recently, last month, we had in December, we had our first in-person WOW night. And, it was great to be back on campus with students. And we had about 40 students attend the event at the UCLA Makerspace, where students were able to attend a workshop on vinyl printing. And, they got to enjoy refreshments and music. And it was just fantastic to see students in person and offering them an opportunity to spend time with each other and de-stress. And I should also emphasize that our WOW night events are usually set in the evenings to also combat, the usual social hours that students have. And that typically is between Thursdays through Saturdays. And this is our, late night initiative. So our last WOW night was on a Thursday night, and it was just fantastic seeing students come together and spend time together in, an alcohol-free zone.
How does UCLA rank when it comes to, quote, party schools? There's always a lot of chatter about which schools are known, as party central. Where does UCLA stand in that?
Yeah, I'm not too specific on how it stands in comparison to universities in the surrounding area, but there is a prevalence of drinking on campus. And we want to be able to address those issues before they spike or things like that. We've seen in the pandemic that drinking behavior has changed in sense of, social gatherings obviously were limited, but individual drinking behaviors have risen.
So yeah, it is super important to get those students interested and engaged with having fun without alcohol.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. I know the Westside Impact Project also works on alcohol mitigation issues in terms of policy and advocacy. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so currently we are working on a late night programming proposal for UCLA administrators. And we are essentially proposing that UCLA also adopts this late night programming initiative to offer students more opportunities during, late night hours. Again, those social hours, Thursday through Saturday nights, offering students alcohol and drug-free events where students can still engage with each other, but it does not have to involve, going to a fraternity party or going to a bar in Westwood, but just, still having good old fun, but, without alcohol or drugs. So this late night programming proposal has been, structured based off of other universities in the country that have found success in their programmings, including San Diego State University, Stanford University, Ohio State University. All of these schools have their own late night programming initiative. And we've gone ahead and spoken with these schools, learning how they're doing, specifically, how have they been finding success during this pandemic. And we're coming together to create this proposal and hopefully soon meet with UCLA administration to propose, that UCLA also has similar methods to these universities to open a late night program within the university and offer students that, that alcohol and drug-free fun.
Very important. And are folks from the surrounding neighborhood invited? Like, you don't have to be a UCLA student or even have a student that goes there to be involved in this, right?
Of course, yes. Obviously, we would love student voices during these meetings and discussions, because essentially this is for the student. We would love their opinion, and we greatly rely on what they have to say about these things, because essentially these late night programmings are for them. But of course, anybody in, the Westwood community is welcome.
Yeah. Just, they may have something to add that can help move things along. You never know.
Of course, yeah.
All right, and tell our viewers and listeners how they can get involved if they want more information on the Westside Impact Project.
Sure, you can definitely follow us on Instagram. It's Westside_Impact. We also have a Facebook page, the Westside Impact Project. So you can always find updates on our social media pages. If you have a specific question, you can go ahead and email us at impact@publicstrategies.org. And yeah, both methods are a great way to reach out.
Okay, Donna Heydar, thank you so much representing the Westside Impact Project. All right, that is it for today's LASOS Strategies or Solutions. And remember to join us on social. The social handles are right up there on your screen. See you next time.